Greetings there, shipbuilders. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Forever Skies, Episode 4, Glass House. I think at this point, if you guys want a glass ship, I'm going to need to head to a story point of interest. I'll go to the unknown point of interest first. So these are mountains. Yes, I know. I'm quite the tour guide. You can't fly over them. You got to fly around. Or you could fly into them, but I don't advise that either. That something tells. Where? I think I got hit by like stray lightning or something. But I honestly can't say I know what got hit. Something took damage. Oh, you know what? I might have hit one of these like vines. Maybe. I'm not really sure. Oh god. I have like 4 fuel left in those things.
Printing completed.
Oh, 2 new unknown points of interest. So I'm still looking for like lots and lots of metal. This looks promising. Looks like it's made a lot of metal. So before I land, I'm going to start shredding the buildings for material. There's also a lot of glass. And you all voted overwhelmingly that you want me to live in a glass house so I can throw as many rocks as I want. Because that's totally what that saying means, right? Imagine the effort it took to build like a giant structure like this on stilts in a post-apocalyptic world. And here I am deleting their probable years of effort with a little deck extractor going pew pew, and then the whole thing just like gets disassembled. Does that make me... Am I the baddie in this story? So I did mention that it's a bad idea to put things down where you want to add glass floors. What is that? Oh, that's just the cockpit frame. Something tells me the cockpit frame's not supposed to have a glass floor, but it's fine. It'll be covered up by our research and our bed. So I made it glass, even though it's totally pointless because you can't even see the benefits. Oh, I need to pick the box up. No. Oh, because the plastic will be refunded me. Dang it. That's another feature that I've seen a lot of people request in the forums is the ability to, like, recycle stuff. Because at present, you can't. And it means, like, if you have a lot of garbage on you that you don't want to hold constantly, there's kind of nowhere to put it. You just, like, drop it off on one of these little islands and, like, forget about it forever. But now that the floor is glass, I can start putting things down on it in a more permanent fashion. knowing that I won't likely have to pick them back up anytime soon. And then the same will apply to the walls at some point. Well, let's go in and explore. I'm still expanding the ship as a primary goal, but in order to facilitate that, I need materials from searching. So I have enough glass for one more glass floor, and then I'll need to just grab more glass. So this is a point of interest called rooftops, and I should be able to find a wrecked automatic deck extractor. So that's what I was referring to earlier, that eventually you don't have to use a manual extractor. You can use an automatic one. And the automatic one uses the solid-state batteries, so that's why I've been saying pick up as many solid-state batteries as you can, because it will allow you to collect synthetics and metals without much effort, provided that you have the batteries ahead of time. I got short railing. So I have, I think, normal railings and short railings for the... Oh, there's a lot of resources here. Dang. Hey! Thriving! Thanks for figuring out how to prime sub. I know you said you wasn't working, but clearly you troubleshot for my benefit. I will drink to that. Oh, there's glass up there. Good. Again, I'll reiterate. Eventually, you get to a point of interest, which is like a greenhouse, and that thing is covered in glass. So glass is easier to come by later on in the game.
A storm is coming.
I also think inventory is near full, so I'll have to turn back. Oh, another data pad. Metal walls. I may be mistaken, but I believe that metal is heavier than glass and plastic. So it's tougher, allowing you to, like, smash into things if you're bad at airship driving. But it's also heavier, so there's a cost involved. Oop, speaking of smashing into things. Whoa, too low, too low, too low. Okay. Yeah, don't go into the dust layer. Bad things. I'm not sure what got damaged when I smacked trying to lower my elevation. Yeah, metal walls is 5 kilos, plastic is 3, and windows is 5. So it's the same as windows. I guess glass is weighing a lot. Given that you're in an airship, like 200 meters up, I suppose it has to be pretty hardy glass to be able to survive the smashings. And God knows I smash a lot. Wink, wink. What I wanted to do is capture some synthetics, because we really need more boxes. But I am seeing squat in terms of synthetics around me in this storm. just to free up some inventory space, I can commit some of my resources to research. Hi, Rylus. You think it looks interesting? It's a lot of fun. Regulars of my channel know that I'm pretty honest about what I feel about games. Bought this one myself because it looked interesting, and I try to only play games that, like, I would endorse to some degree or another, and this one is definitely up there. It's one of the better games I've played this year for early access. Not a ton of content in it yet, as a fair warning. It lacks longevity. What is in it is fun. Now, was it this tower that I wasn't able to get into because it didn't have a way in from the ground floor? Also, doesn't look like there's much in there anyway. Oh no, maybe I'm wrong. Yeet! That looks like a screen. Okay, this was a fool's errand. Oh no, maybe not. I still don't have the synthetics acquired for more storage, so my inventory is might bit messy. I mean, worst case scenario, I could either eat the food or like just throw things on the ground as the currently acceptable way to discard unwanted loot. Who trusts me? How much do you guys trust me? If only you've seen me play like parkour games like Mirror's Edge. I played approximately 15 minutes of that game and then realized I'm bad at parkour. I just keep dying. So I'm gonna stop. So now I've ramped up the danger factor for when I have to parkour in this game and not die. You've already seen me plummet to my death once, but we'll count that one time. Give me a little credit that it was demonstrating the death penalty. Or, okay, that sounds wrong. Demonstrating the penalty for dying. Alright, if we want to get over there, I can go through this tunnel. Which is blocked by not having extractor. Alright, well, I can laser that off. If I remember where the ladder is. Up, up, and away. There's a lot of that you can do without having the handheld extractor. You just have to have a nimble ship able to position itself where you have to destroy stuff. That's probably good. Lots of glass. These rooftops were great. So energy crystals, polymers, biomass, and lobster chili. Those are the sort of required things to advance what I currently have available for research. Alright, that frees up a little bit of space. My tool's almost fully recharged. And I should be... You know, I can also just park in such a way that I can skip that whole, like, go through the tunnels. So I solved their little puzzle, but... I guess this way requires me to jump. I trust me, right? You guys trust me? Normally you would just crawl through here. And yes, you don't fall through there. You just magically... and there it is, the automatic deck extractor. So this place is full of glass. I'm going to want to position myself so that I can grab all it. So let's scan this bad boy. This is why I'm here. So that thing will automatically capture the floating... Well, it actually doesn't just do the floating debris. If you park it in front of, like, windows or thing like copper... Okay. It will grab that, too. It grabs anything that it can fetch. So, for that I need a motherboard and polymer. Again, I don't have any polymer. So let's continue to search here. See if there's any polymer. I'm pretty sure there won't be, because this isn't the point of interest that typically has polymer. But, I'm going to let you guys vote on what to do next. Farm resources for ship building, or head to the next story point of interest. Happy to do either. Ooh, that's what's broken. Got it. The next story point of interest. This ladder's broken. I can't move right now. Oh, God. Or I just let go. Let's try again. Oh, you know what? The balloon, my stupid balloon is in the way. It's not broken, I'm just stupid. That should be good. And no, it won't. The good news is, I don't have walls, so I can just leap out the side of my ship onto the platform if I want. So what I need to do is I need to park in such a way that the stupid balloon isn't in the way. And there was a lot more in here for me to probably search as well. Apparently a lot of nothing. Kind of reminds me of the caravan town in Raft. Raft had a similar point of interest to this, where it was like a town that was just a giant caravan of buildings. So I think I need to climb that ladder. I don't think that there's an alternative path. So I'll park to get that ladder where the balloon of my... almost fell off. The balloon of the ladder can reach, but not block the ladder itself. Can I craft a game plank? Next patch. Next patch, that becomes a feature. Or you know what? Forget this. I have enough elevation, I'll just stick myself up here. Problem solved. I have so many ship patch that I might want to stop picking it up, because I'm gonna fill like a box and a half of stupid ship patches. They expect you to maybe, like, ram everything. I don't know why the game gives you so many ship patches. Are there hostiles in the game? Yes. Not too many in its current state, but I have every reason to believe that that isn't true for very long. I don't want to spoil too much, but, like, let's just say there will be fighting. There are weapons, and there will be fighting. There's a little fighting already, and I suspect there will be a lot of fighting eventually. I could be wrong, but the game kind of hints at it. Oh, yes. Yes. Trying to crawl through there where there's a freaking door. Yep. Take the door, man. Reinventing the wheel here. The good news is this has been abundance of circuit boards, so that's going to help out a lot. And I'm making the choice of no longer hitting the patches. I don't need them. So there's copper in the rest of the turbines, but probably not too much else. And these little turbines, sometimes they're machine parts, but not usually much other than copper and machine parts. So back to the ship. And I'll try to grab as much of this glass as I can so that I can add more glass sections to our big bad boy, because it looks like farming resources for shipbuilding is going to win. I won't be able to do the deck extractor just yet, not until I find polymer for the first time. But I'll research bloom core. Why not?
Research finalized.
So, if you take a look at the game on Steam, to answer your question better, if you take a look at the game on Steam and look at their news section, you can see a demonstration of an object that they're adding into the game next patch, which is a deployable gangplank to make docking and boarding easily, especially for behemoth ships, big honkers that are otherwise very not agile. So that is a planned feature for, they said, mid-July, which is, a week or two. One thing I would say, as just a general warning, not about this game specifically, but just games in general. For early access titles, one way that I like to judge them is to check how frequently they make updates and to wait for a few update cycles, because you never know the progress of a game, whether it's rapid or snail, and it's easy to check that just to see, how many updates are there, because is their development cycle something insanely fast?
Critically damaged.
Well, that's a bad warning. Is their development cycle insane, like, let's say, Against the Storm, which has updates like every 5 minutes? I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, every Friday there are new features added to Against the Storm. It's insane. I don't even know how they keep up with that. Or is it sluggish, like Project Zomboid, where, it might be a year before you get another significant patch? Not to say Project Zomboid's not worth playing, but, it sure does take a while for new features to ripple out. Years, even. They're kind of famous for it. No, even more famous would be like Star Citizen, right? Like, I think my grandkids will be waiting for that game. If it ever comes out at all. It might be just abandonware, vaporware at that point. We'll see. Alright, farm research for shipbuilding is what you guys voted on, so expand the ship is still my current goal. What do I need? That's a better question. So for glass floors, I need synthetics, and that's pretty easy to farm. I'm gonna put myself autopiloting to the next
Diseases might become more severe.
unknown point of interest. Oh, did that wrong? Yeah. No, come on, lock. Thank you. So for this, I'm missing more synthetics. And this is the point of interest. And it looks like it's covered in glass, so that's going to be pretty good for shipbuilding, I think. Although I'm not parked in a way that I can get synthetics particularly easy. More items get placed on the floor than they do on the walls, which is why I'm doing my floors first, so that I can deploy beds and other items that go on the floor, and then eventually I'll put glass walls in with a few doors. Because things like catwalks that go around the perimeter of the dirigible, you know, there's not a lot of physical items that go on the deck of your ship. I mean, there's a few, obviously, right? But not too many, meaning that it's probably best to get the interior done first. I am getting hungry, though, in-game. So, let's get fishing.
Calories level is decreasing.
Shush, I'm fine. Alright. Still more synthetics for glass walls. Look at all of them. Another really nice feature that I noticed is sometimes the structural pieces that like hold up buildings. Oh, yep, there we go. Oopsie, collapsed it. You can just yoink the weight-bearing structures out and shift buildings around. As far as I know, it doesn't lead to any like puzzles or secret areas. At least not that I found, but still I find it to be a cute and interesting feature. Just do my own little terraforming. Oh, I don't have another lure. Easy to fix.
Printing Printing complete.
How is this game so far? Well, I'll let chat answer that. So it's not just my opinion. I like it. I like it a lot. It's very cool. Oh, that was interesting. One of the synthetic clusters just smashed into that building and broke apart. We're getting walls on this thing. Soon it's going to be idiot-proof, and then I'll just have to become a bigger idiot. God knows I'll find another way to fall off of an entirely enclosed building. I made you buy it. Well, it's too bad I don't have, you know, discount codes or something like that. I don't know, like, at what... I think a lot of video game companies don't even bother with stuff like that. They just, like... They're like, buy it if you want it. But it'd be cool if I could, at some point, be a big enough content creator to actually have, like, discount codes. I don't really care about affiliate. I don't want to feel responsible for, like, upselling you games. Buy it if it looks good. I'm not really in the business of truly rating them, and because then that kind of changes the dynamic between you and I if I make commission or whatever. Okay, I'm out of glass. I haven't even landed on this point of interest. Oops. I just screwed up my lure. Yeah. Game, I know. Okay, cool. Chill. Ran out of gas. I get it. You just warned me 3 times about that.
Printing completed.
But the base is coming together. I mean, we have glass walls. Oh, I can also do glass ceilings. From my experience, glass ceilings sometimes looks a little weird because the dirigible above you, the blimp or whatever, the balloon core above you, has a little bit buggy graphics, like, on its attachment point. So it's not, in my opinion, worth putting a glass ceiling directly above you in this spot where it attaches, because it looks wrong. Right there, it just looks wrong. That's all I can say. Because that like clamp there doesn't have a texture on the bottom half. I'll show you. It wouldn't take too much plastic to show you, and I could also just break it down once it's done. But whatever the case might be, I need more glass to do more buildings. So let's explore this little point of interest. See if any of these buildings have more glass for me to remove. And then get moving. Moving on to farm more for building.
Uncharted area. The preliminary analysis.
So this is a small town. And I'm not sure...
Analysis completed. Detected new objects requiring scanning.
There are stuff that requires scanning. So let's check studies. A paint tool can be found here. The one thing I didn't do much of when testing this game for myself to learn it, so I can show it to you guys, is paint. I did a little bit of painting, but not a whole lot. So if you want me to, like, go to town and paint the blimp red, I'm happy to do it. I'll just put that as a vote once I have the materials for it, because I do know that it requires specific plants in order to synthesize your own paint. Well, wherever this paint tool is, you know, there doesn't seem to be too much else here at this town. Oh, and again, I might not even be able to get access to it because I don't have a knife yet for the vines. What's this? Oh, this is just copper. Yeah, okay. Oh. Mine the gap? I don't feel comfortable with this. But I saw plastic on the other side, so I was encouraged. Oh, this, clearly I need to deck remove that piece of metal, because I'm stuck here. Oh, no, this is gangplank. Never mind. So, basic pattern cartridges. So I just got the desert pattern and possibly other patterns, I'm not sure. And here's the paint tool. So these pattern cartridges are sort of the... you could think of as like I am actually really not sure. Like a pattern that you can print. Ooh, yes. Give me energy drinks. And 400-year-old food. In order to get that, I have to jump that? Oh, Lord, really? Is there a better... No, there's really not a better way. That seems doable. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die for a can of old food. That I already ate. So many yellow cans. Yeah, those yellow cans, as far as I know, aren't lootable, though. They're just cosmetic. They're doodads. Okay, I think the small town has been mostly exploited of its material. Or at least this lowered section. There didn't look to be too much up top, though. And there really wasn't any exploitable glass. So if we're going to want more glass for our glass ship, we're going to want to go somewhere else. I don't think I've checked the roof, because yeah, I definitely haven't pulled the beacon battery. Come on. There we go. The other thing is... I'm not sure how to get up. That jump was not... Oh, maybe here. Yep, that'll work. Tiny bit of glass. Oh. Ooh, more plastic. Inventory's full. I'll drop the 1 copper because it's not a stack of stuff. I can also drop repair kits because I have so many back at the ship. If need be. I haven't needed yet. I probably want to get that solid state battery though. Nope. I could fly onto that roof and get it that way. So I don't have to rely on my terrible parkour skills. Work smart, not hard. And the way the paint tool works is you pick a pattern with basic pattern cartridges and you just paint. But by default, everything's the desert pattern, which is the one I currently have painted everywhere. So I would need to unlock... Well, that was stupid. I would need to unlock more patterns. So I could be on the lookout for that. It's one of those things that you find just going to these random points of interest. You don't really find patterns
A storm is coming.
doing the story. Thank you for tuning in to Forever Skies, which originally streamed live on Twitch July 4th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you on the next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell.